Thomas, you're one of the few guys in this locker room who've been this far before. How difficult is it to have been in this position and now have to, I guess, restart it?
It's tough. The finality of the season is always difficult because, you don't ever plan to be knocked out. And when it happens, it's tough. There's only one team happy at the end of the year. And, it's just it's tough because today's the last day the team will be together. And then guys move on to other teams or retire or whatever, And, so the team will never be together again. So that's hard.
When you talk about the emotional part of it, how long does that take, I guess, to soak in? And, you mentioned the finality also, but, emotionally, I guess it's got to be extremely difficult for this team to get right on the doorstep.
Yeah, look, I think that's the tough part about this game is kind of the emotional investment for guys to physically lay it on the line every week. And when it's over, I think it's like kind of like getting broken up with somebody that you love. And, some people kind of never able to love the same again after that. It's hard to come back and, put your heart and soul into it just as hard as you did the last time, and so that's the tough part, and that's why it's so important to have the right guys in the locker room, because when you have the right guys, they're kind of able to be vulnerable and to accept it, take it on the chin, and find a way to come back the next year and emotionally invest 100% again, and so hopefully we can do that.
At this time last year, I think we were in here asking the questions. It's kind of not an unexpected season, but just a little bit of a surprise to make it that far. And then
that was a surprise to some other people. That wasn't a surprise to us.
Well, I'm trying to say you were one of the voices of reason to say it is tough to get back to this point, but you guys did it this year.
Yeah.
Does that give you any peace of mind or is that the mentality going to next year as well that you can do it again?
I don't know. I mean, I just think you want to say the answer is yeah, but it's really hard to get there. You have to have good health, which we, relatively speaking, had this year, and you have to have the ball bounce your way. You have to have a little bit of good fortune and things that are out of your control happen, and that's what's hardest about it, because those things aren't guaranteed, and you can make all the rationalizations you want. Hey, there's always next year, or but I've been around long enough to know how difficult this is, and so it's tough.
Thomas, do you feel like the NFL owes you guys more than just a phone call and a my bad?
That's not for me to comment on. There were plenty of plays we didn't make yesterday to make it not even that close of a game. We gave up a fake punt, which was really tough. We kind of knew that that's in their bag of tricks, and that was when we were up 13-0. And so that's not on anybody in particular. Just that's just what happened, And so obviously that's a tough thing to happen at the end of the game when it's all on the line. But that's not for me to, So there's people higher up that can answer that question for you.
I mean, as a player, I'm sure you feel like it's